been a minute. Still recovering. I've been out of commission for a bit. Was sick. Never like to admit that I get sick sometimes, but my affirmation is I never get sick. And it happens once every other year, maybe, something like that. I would say maybe since 2019, been sick 3 times, yeah, but 6 years, 3 times, so never lasts long. That's the part about being healthy and then always having a good, strong mindset. I was very blessed, and a shout out to Lily and my mom for taking care of me, even when I was being a big baby about being sick. I could endure all kinds of pains, but when I'm sick and a sore throat, I'm a big bitch about it, so I hate that. It kind of hindered a plan that I had over the weekend. Not this weekend, the weekend before, actually. The weekend before, Lily was very excited to go live. She wanted to do another follow-up, specific person, manifest your specific person type live. We were away at a cabin, but I guess it was technically a cottage. We went up to Wisconsin for her birthday, and on the one night we returned, it was already pretty late, and I was like, man, I'm feeling tired, I'm falling asleep. I tried to shower, wake myself up, and you know, it just didn't happen that night, and we're like, oh, whatever, we'll do it the next day in the morning. Wake up, I'm still like pretty tired the next day, not feeling it, and then what was that, then that night, again, I'm tired, and I'm like sore, and I'm like, maybe it's just because I've been driving so much, and you know, it was 3 hours away from where we live, so I was like, yeah, and then where the cabin was versus the area we were hanging out, it's 45 minutes there and back. So I thought maybe I'm just tired, and no, it didn't work. The next morning we were packing up and we didn't really get a chance. So this past weekend we were going to do it, and we forgot. So hopefully next weekend coming up, you'll see Lily. She's very excited to do a live. She's wanted to do it for a while now. You know, just an update about us, how we've been, what's going on, and everything like that. But I'm recovered, thanks to her taking care of me while I was sick, and then my mom came through, brought me a bunch of medicines and stuff like that, so I am good to go. I am healthy, and even with the slight cough, we're going to have a nice Connecticut by Rocky Patel, and we'll talk about manifesting. You know, I titled this video How to Manifest, because I feel like we get away from what what the core essence of this is sometimes, and it's overcomplicated. There's too many techniques and too many steps and things like that, and it's like it doesn't need to be as complicated as it is at times. So yeah, let me see. Don't know if the comments are working, but very important to just completely burn your cigar. Just char it up. That's the trick here. Is you want to taste burning, because you know the more awful it tastes, you know that's why you pay for the expensive ones. With my pirate gun lighter. But anyway, it's been a while since I've been around. I haven't really made a ton of videos. I made one for the membership side of the channel, which I didn't know I had still up there, but I appreciate the member who signed up. So I did make a video, and I thought I took all that stuff down, but I appreciate you. So I'm gonna try to make, I guess that would be more esoteric type videos, like spiritual experiences I've had, just interesting stuff that I've gone through, some other teachings that don't really pertain to the regular message of manifesting, but just interesting stuff you guys might like. So that's what I'll probably post over there. And I apologize for the Discord because I've been lacking. One of my manifestations was to have a good group of guys who are all into the same stuff as me, and I've been blessed. That manifested into reality. And one of our things is we've been going out on Thursday nights, and it's been hard for me to get back in time to do the Discord lives without it being too late for everybody. So we're going to move the Discord lives to Wednesday night. I'm making that announcement here. So if you want to sign up for Discord, we'll be doing the lives on that day. And I'm you know, working on workshopping this thing to have like like a networking group, because that's kind of what we do with our cigar meetups. It's like a networking group. We all talk about our goals. We talk about what we're working on. How do we help each other? Hey, like, what are you doing that kind of relates to what I'm doing? And we all try to help each other, have cigars, have some laughs, and stuff like that. So that's what we've been doing on Thursdays. So I'm trying to find a way to integrate it with everybody else. So anyway, we'll talk about how to manifest. So I feel like I've gone through this so many times, and sometimes you get tired of like saying the same thing again and again, but the core essence of manifesting is, number one, you have to know exactly what you want. Hello, my brother, how are you? Reminded me of the movie Kingdom of Heaven when you said that. He's like, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum. So the first part about manifesting is to know exactly what you want. A lot of times, that's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Welcome in. I don't know if you're using a different name or if I don't recognize it, but I think you might be new here, so welcome in, my brother. But anyway, like the first thing is to always know exactly what you want. A lot of times I get people that come to me and they say, you know, they're like, oh, I don't really know. Maybe I want my specific person. Maybe I want this job. Maybe I want something better. Like, you got to know your exact goal, because in life we get exactly what we want. You know, God will give you everything that you want in life, but you have to know what you're asking for. And that's where your mind is shooting all over the place. So number one, know exactly what you want. Number two, it's CBT, what's up, brothers? Josh, what's up? Good to see you. I told you, Josh, I wasn't gone. I was recovering a little bit. still recovering a bit, but we're gonna smoke a cigar anyway. But yeah, number one, know exactly what you want. Number two, once you do that, it's like kind of like what technique? Because all these techniques, they're not something magic. They're tools. So I always say this: techniques are tools. It's like the bat utility belt, like a construction tool belt or whatever. What tool helps get this job done? And the job is to impress your subconscious mind. So if you're someone who's really good at visualizing and seeing something again and again, then go with that. You know, if you're really good at like, and the most powerful time is before bed and right when you wake up, you know, putting those thoughts into your head. If it's affirmations, if it's just a regular straight up prayer to God, if it's a prayer to like whatever higher power you believe in, then go with that. If you could hear the manifestation of somebody congratulating you on it happening, or the person who you're trying to like, I'm trying to make sure there's no bug over here. CBT, what's up, brother? So it's like, whatever technique works for you, but the point is to impress your subconscious. And then next is the detachment, but detachment isn't quitting. A lot of times people detach really well when they say, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't really care if I get this or not. In doing that, the same energy you're putting out is, I'm okay if it happens, I'm okay if it doesn't, I really don't care because I'm too tired of putting in all this effort. But it's not that you're quitting. It's giving the same energy as walking in faith, if you will. You're walking in faith that that your manifestation is done, even though on the surface level you might just think you quit and you're walking away from it. And then living every day the best that you can in the aspect that it's already done, if that makes sense. So you're sitting around saying like, what can I do today? What actionable steps can you do today? If it's a goal that you have to do action on, like, okay, you're going to be a famous YouTuber, you're going to be a bodybuilder, you're going to be a professional athlete, you're going to be an actor, whatever it is. Can you do something to perfect your craft, to get better, to do something? And that helps build your confidence to say that you are what you say you are, or what you're going to do. And if it's something where you can't, like where it's like, okay, it's a specific person, you're blocked, or it's told, hey, this ain't going to happen, or whatever. What's up, Mama Delia? It's like, if you're in that position too, where it's like there's nothing you can do in a certain situation, you're locked out, then it's really just walking in faith and trusting it's already done, right? And then the final step is actually receiving it. Still getting better. Yeah, thank you, Josh. Yeah, I didn't make any announcements because it would have been 3 hours ago when I was supposed to go live, but it's hard, catching yourself back up into all this. And yeah, it's not going to ping at any of the sites apparently. So it's almost like the A team. If you need me and you can find me, you'll find me. If you need coaching or anything, you guys know how to contact me, mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. Hit one of the links below. I got the website up now. If you guys need coaching, you know how to find me. I'm around. And if you need videos, they're all up there. And if you want to join the Discord, that's up there as well. But I try to stay to the aspect of being a mystic and just as you need me. It also helps being lazy too. But yeah, I've been trying to come up with some other video ideas. And I just thought I'd give a real quick recap on manifesting. And then it's like, okay, there's the real quick way how to do it. And a question I get a lot is, I guess a lot of coaches, I haven't watched a lot of coaches in a long time. But a lot of people don't understand like how to live in the end as if it's already done. When things are not going your way and things are looking the opposite or the opposite manifested in your life, what do you do? And it's like, there's multiple methods and it's whatever, like I said, in the moment, what works for you in that moment, what technique is gonna help impress your subconscious. So something that you didn't want to happen happens and it's like, okay, what am I gonna do here? Well, you can immediately revise it. No, it doesn't mean this, or this played out this way because everything's working out in my favor. And then you start looking for ways and trying to get imaginative, even if it doesn't make sense or it's a complete Hail Mary long shot. You tell yourself it makes sense, it's gonna work out in your favor because of blah, 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 blah. Oftentimes we can sit there and say, this is never gonna work because I'm blocked, I'm shut out, I didn't get the job, I don't have the right requirements and stuff like that. You put yourself in a position where you always have a justification for why things don't work out for you, right? So the trick is coming up with how it is gonna work out and then removing attention. So especially when something that you don't want happens in your reality, you remove attention from it. And it's easier said than done, but it's trying not to focus on it, which is why I say get busy. Getting busy is not just me giving you some bullshit blow-off advice. It has two meanings. One, don't just do something because, oh, I'm gonna use this to get my manifestation. No, you're going to do this because it's something that you find to be a volitional effort of something worthwhile for your time and your effort and your goals, and you're gonna do it. And in the same token, or the same side of the same coin, different side of the same coin, you're going to be doing that because it removes your attention from what you don't want. Starting to get a runny nose from all this. It removes the attention from what you don't want. Then, what physical things can you do that make yourself feel like the person that already has what you have, or what you want to have at the moment, but you don't physically see yet? So what are things you can do? Well, one of the things, when you look and you find a block, okay, maybe this relationship didn't happen because you didn't feel worthy enough of it, or you don't feel confident enough and you feel like you're less than this other person. So what do you do in that particular case? Well, find stuff that makes you feel more confident. One of my things, as cringy and stupid as it is, and Lily will still break my balls about it till this day, but I still remember her face and how enamored she was when she saw like that I walked in this bar the one time where she hit me up while she was drunk and stuff like that, and I came up there and I was watching Sons of Anarchy and I was in my biker phase, and I don't even think I was looking into buying a bike at that time, but I never bought one. I walk in with these big ass rings, a leather jacket, some boots, and some fucking nice jeans showing off my legs and my ass, and I'm like, I feel fucking good. Walk in there, there's two drunk dudes outside, and I fucking walk in like the Terminator, like, take your clothes off. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, take your clothes off. And I just walk inside. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't do that. That would be pretty cool if I did. I go in there, there's this dude trying to hook up with her. We just told this story to each other the other day. And before, I would have freaked the fuck out, like if my mentality was the same before. So in terms of a specific person, if I had the same mentality of like, I'm not good enough for her, this broke fucking bum that's there with her and her group of friends telling me like, oh, I've been talking to that girl all night. I would have been like, oh shit, I'm going into a panic attack. I said, yeah, I've been fucking that girl all summer, bro. And I stared him down in the face like, who the fuck are you? You ain't shit to me. And and the dude's like, oh. And then like he gets around to drinks, comes back, and then the girl at the table with Lily's friend goes, she's like, tells him, she's like, oh, did you put it on my tab? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh, bro, if you needed help paying for the drinks and you were going to put it on a woman's tab, I would have paid for it. And then he just sat there in silence, shut down. And it's like, before, though, if I had the same mentality, I would have seen him as a threat. I started looking for ways that you aren't a threat. You ain't shit to me, bro. And I continued, at the end of the night, me and Lily wound up being back together. But I carried myself in a certain way. And like, what the fuck, the type, like, I felt confident in what I was wearing and stuff like that, even though it's like not a style that, like, even Lily's like, oh my god, it was cringe, but like the way you were carrying yourself and how you were acting and stuff, it was the confident perception. So again, it's what, like, if that can help you feel confident in something like going to the gym. I always say go to the gym for a lot of reasons. One, it's good for your health. Two, when you're so fucking drained out, you don't have time to worry about bullshit. You only have time to worry about, I gotta get home, shower, I gotta get my meals in, I gotta get myself ready for work, and then go to work the next day, and then whatever goals I have, and then like you're gonna get caught up in like the obsession of like, hey, I'm losing weight, hey, I'm getting cut up, hey, I'm putting on muscle, I'm putting on size. And then now you found something that you have a direct control over in your life, which is the gym. And the confidence that comes with that, second to none. Like that's an amazing feeling. So I tell you, get distracted and remove attention from what you don't want, and do things to build your confidence. That's another, like, in the day-to-day living, when nothing's happening, when the person pops in your head, jump to a scene of you guys being together. When like you're feeling the weight of the world, like, oh, you got stuck in this job that you hate or whatever. Like, I've been stuck in a job I hated. I've been stuck there where I'm up against it, like down on money and stuff like that, and nothing's working, and you're trying everything, like from playing slot machines to trying to sell stuff to finding out deals and this and that and everything like that. Like whatever you could do to make money, trying to make a bunch of comedy videos out of nowhere, hoping one of them hits and goes viral, and nothing hits, and you're trying. But you know, putting effort towards something is always going to be successful, and you're always going to learn something out of it. But when you're trying out of a need for something, the deep feeling and the insinuating feeling with that is it's not going to work out. Because deep down your belief is this is not going to work out in my favor. And you have to look at it in a way where everything does. Like, I'll give you an example. If you guys know, I collect the 3.75 inch clone troopers. So that's one of my hobbies and my collections I have. And one of my friends and the new group of friends that I had manifested is really into them too. I found this really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, you think the lady would take 85 bucks for it? And then he's like, oh, I'm sending the message. I'm like, hold up. And I panic because I'm like, wait, why are you going to steal my deal? I go send the lady a message too. Out of all the people sending her messages, she gets back to me, and I'm like surprised, but it's like, I shouldn't be surprised. Everything always works out in my favor. And then I'm like, wouldn't it be wonderful if she had more figures there and stuff like that? And I get there and she had even more, and I paid double than what I was going to pay, but it still wound up, the value of it is worth like 10 times more than I paid for it. And I was like, that's crazy. And I always said, over the past couple months, I'm like, if I ever find a really good deal again, and it's like a lot of duplicates of what I have, then maybe I'll get into selling it, because it's a market I understand, it's something I like, and I can make money on it doing what I love, collecting these figures and selling them and doing stuff. And I was like, holy shit, like, I just thought about that a few times. And then the other day I was sitting at home, like, trying to decorate the place, make it look nicer. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like some, like, if I had more Star Wars figures, some clone troopers, like to put on little floating shelves and like decorate the house with it in the studio? And sure enough, boom, like I get that, and I'm like the next day it came up. And it's funny, here's how you can't ever judge how something's going to come to you. I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if, and I pictured myself holding some figures and stuff like that, and I don't know how I would feel if I had some and they were a really good deal. I got a Facebook Marketplace notification while I was talking to this guy, and he's just blathering on about some shit that I didn't care about. And he's like telling me about, I don't know, just some usual, like he goes on and on. It's this guy that I know, and he's circumstances we have to spend an hour together every day. So I'm just like, ah, whatever. And I get this notification on my phone. It says building for rent. And another thing on Facebook Marketplace I look for is like a nice solid building for opening a gym. And I click on it. It says Rockford, Illinois. That's like 3 hours, not 3 hours, like probably 2 hours away from me, hour and a half. I'm like, oh, I can't open a gym there, whatever. And then I get off the listing and then I see the Millennium Falcon with a whole bunch of little figures in there. I'm like, oh, it looks like a junky little set, but for $100, be cool to get. My brother had the Millennium Falcon growing up. Be cool to get it for him as a gift. So I click on the listing and I'm like, $100, looks like a good amount of stuff in there. And it was good deal. But I just thought about this stuff and it was like, I wouldn't have found it unless I got that notification for that specific listing of something that I couldn't use. And then unless I was stuck listening to someone drone on about something dumb or other and then seeing it right there. And then that the lady took my offer out of everybody, and the fact that me having cash lent to it, and if I wasn't winning money like I was on the trip with Lily, like we went to a place where I did not expect there to be slot machines, and I wasn't even going to gamble because I haven't been gambling. And good friend of the channel, Mitzi, she sends me and Lily some text. She's like, she was somewhere where it wasn't Vegas, but she was gambling and winning, and she's like, you can't fuck this up. It's all working out in my favor, all the mystic lines. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, all right, well, fuck it, we're going to gamble too. Me and Lily wind up gambling, and we won every single game we played. Put a 20 in, 143, put a 20 in, 152, put a 20 in, 140 something. So it's like, you just keep winning, and it's like you expect to win each time, and then we're going around, we're getting free stuff. Even the other day, like, once you impress your subconscious to this degree where it's like, you start building in confidence to this, that whatever you tell yourself comes true. This is when manifesting becomes effortless. It's when you when you truly believe. That's why I say you can't fuck this up. It's all working out in your favor. Everybody loves me. Everybody always does nice things for me. I always get gifts. Every day people give me free stuff. I never pay full price. Those ideas, I said them at one point and didn't believe them just because they felt good to say and to hear. And then next thing you know, everywhere I go, something's always comp, something's always free. Somebody always gives me something. Me and Lily went to this place called Swaporama, and at the Swaporama, it's basically like I don't know, it reminds me of like something from Star Wars, like these different vendors from all over the place, right? You have vendors from like I don't know, basically all over the world. It's like different goods from everywhere. People selling tools, people selling stuff from like, there was like traditional African garb, there was stuff from like the Middle East, there was stuff from Mexico, there was stuff from all over the place. And like you go through these little booths and like you find some cool stuff. We go to the one place and the lady sees us looking. We were joking about the royal honey, and if you know, you know. She's like, oh, do you want to try the royal honey for women? And Lily's like, oh, they have it for women too. And she's like, yeah, here. And then like she was all out. She goes, well, you know what? Here, have this chocolate on the house. It's a good aphrodisiac. And I saw this one with a bull on it. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And she's like, oh yeah, you know what? You take it on the house too. And I'm like, oh, we can pay. She goes, no, it's fine. It's on the house. And I was like, man, we got free stuff. Then we go out to dinner, and the waiters forgot our table. And it's like, oh, whatever. Let's just go sit at the bar, because we weren't that hungry anyway. We go sit at the bar. The manager comes up and goes, sorry, we didn't mean to miss you guys. I didn't even know anyone noticed us. We just went to the bar. And he goes, first round of drinks is on me. Then at the end, they asked us to sign up for some rewards program. They gave us the pizza for free. And we went and played some slots. We didn't win the slots. And I was like, damn, we lost money on the slots. But basically all the free stuff we got throughout the day was like the same amount that we lost in the slots. And I still got to play the new games I wanted to play. So we didn't really lose anything. And we broke even for the day. Well, I mean, other than what we paid for the other couple rounds in our wings. But you know, you start to get used to that, like, and then you don't feel weird donating money or helping other people out or picking up around for people or like buying dinner for everyone or whatever, because you know everything what goes around comes around, right? You start to believe that. It's like if I circulate money, if I put money out, like it's gonna come back to me tenfold. And like a time where I found the $300 or whatever with Lily, it's like I was doing good. I was circulating money and helping people out, and I don't know if this was around the same time, but I know I had helped Lily out with some things. I helped a friend out with something too, and I found $300 on the ground. And then another time I was going through a dark period of my life, and I was like just testing out saying I'm gonna turn 300 bucks into 1,000. Another time that I only had 300 in my wallet, and I'm like, I'm gonna gamble and I'm gonna walk away with 1,000. On my last 20, you see the 1,000 bucks, 2,000 bucks pop out of a fucking ATM right next to me, and there's no one nearby. My friend walks up, she takes 1,000, I take 1,000, because she's like, Nick, there's more. And then like I put the money here, count it up later, and it's like, oh shit, I had left with 1,000 bucks that night. So just crazy how things start to work out in your favor, but like you start to adopt that mentality of everything works out in your favor, and you're not even that specific on it sometimes. But like I said, the first rule is to always be specific. But I'm at the point now I like to be surprised, because everything does happen in the most normal, natural, magical way that you would never expect. But what's up, Nan? Everything always does work out in the most normal, natural way, and it's like, to the degree you are self-persuaded, the stuff will happen, and it will happen quick. Nan, I've been on for about 26 minutes now, it says. Just decided to randomly hop on real quick. I'm feeling healthy again. I was briefing everybody that, Lily wants to do a live. It just didn't line up when we were out of town. It didn't line up this past weekend, so this upcoming weekend we're setting aside some time, if things go to plan. If not, when we do go live, it will be the perfect time. We're moving it, like, I've learned it from a couple people. It's like, they say ignorance is bliss. Like, you really don't care about stuff, and you're just like, hey, whatever. Like, I don't need this now. A lot of stuff in life are things that we want. They're not things that we need. So what's it called? We, a lot of times, it's not things that we need. It's things that, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to read a message. Sounds good, Mama. Mama, imagine me of my friend. We always joke about this one guy, like, Mama, Mama. But a lot of times we put pressure, we need something. We don't need it. You need food, you need shelter, you need air, you need stuff like that. Yeah, it has been a while. Good to see you. Welcome in. So a lot of things, like the necessities that you need in life, they're always provided for you. I was watching the show The Chosen the other day with Lily, and like they were talking about when they got sent out stuff. I missed a lot of the show because Lily watched it without me, so it's me calling you out. We'll have to rewatch it anyway because season 7's not out. But in the one scene where they were talking about like when they went out to preach and they went 2 by 2 and stuff like that, but they took nothing with them, everything was provided. A lot of times, like, I go into stuff half-cocked, not fully prepared, and it always works out in my favor. Everything I need is revealed. The people I need to meet will be revealed. The people who can help me, and then in turn, like, you always give value back, but it's like sometimes people don't want anything from you. It's just they're doing it out of the goodness of their hearts, and things just, the path is revealed because you have that faith. You walk in the faith that everything's going to get revealed and work out for you. And the less scared you are, the less fearful you are that it's not, and the less you stop trying to figure out how, the easier and faster it's going to be, and the better that it turns out. So with that, I mean, we'll open it up to some questions stuff. Like first live back for a while, being back on for a while. I got a couple of video ideas to record. I've been studying for my exam and went out of town, got sick, still got to do some other stuff, but did you ever get to the point of detachment where you felt like the passion behind your manifestation was gone? Oh yeah. Actually, I just had that discussion with my brother today too, where it's like you start to feel like, all right, I really don't want this anymore. It's like, it's almost like, I could liken this to Star Wars, and I think Star Wars gives the best manifestation advice, where you should not have any earthly attachment to stuff. And it sucks because passion is some of the most fun stuff in life, but it's almost like the needing is gone to it, and like the need creates an excitement and creates that want and that desire and stuff like that. So what's it called? When you when you detach from it, it's almost like you don't need it anymore. It's almost like we're chasing the feeling. Yeah, exactly, man. You start chasing a feeling, and it's like, I really want this, and then when you get it, it sucks because a lot of times where it's like I was mistaken for a while, like every time, okay, me and Lily would get back together, I'm like, do I not love this person anymore because I don't care? But it's almost like, think about it like, I understand there's different types of love, but when you see your friends or your family or something like that, you love them and you have love for them, but it's not a super excitement thing. And that super excitement is like, a lot of it is anxiety, a fear of, oh, I might lose this. It's like the gambling feel. Yeah, that's how you've been with your SP. Yeah. And I've gotten it before, and it's like, okay, it's like, fuck, do I not love this person, or what is this feeling? But it becomes like a naturalness of like, okay, you've impressed your subconscious, you want this relationship, you want to be with this person. Well, if you're together, like, think about couples who've been together for many, many years. It's like, they're used to each other. Not in a way of like, oh, it's not exciting anymore, but in a way of like so many on and offs, I'm calling it in, I just don't feel the need to do techniques. Yeah, and you don't need to do techniques. Like, I don't do techniques. Exactly, and you start to focus on goals more. That was a big thing where like, I had a hard time when I was coaching and stuff with the channel, because the further I had gotten into the relationship after everything was done, it was like, I lost interest in the whole SP manifestation stuff because the novelty of it wore off. That like, oh, okay, like, yes, you can manifest a specific person. Yes, I did it. Yes, we've had all these ups and downs. I had manifested her back, then I thought negative, and then she would leave, and then I had fear, and then she would leave, and then I would go through this process again, and I'm like, okay, how many times are you going to do this? And still, it comes there. And then you said money and opportunities, exactly. So I started switching. That's why I did a bodybuilding show, and it's like, okay. And then I did the mini manifestation the other day of like, oh, I want more friends who are into bodybuilding and stuff like me, and I get to meet this great group of guys. I want people into nerdy stuff like me. I run across them. I reconnected with an old friend. Everything I asked for, I got. And it's like, okay, that's more exciting now. And I started to feel like, oh, I lost myself in this journey and stuff like that. Not that I lost myself, but like my only interest was that, oh, it's just me and Lily. And it's like, not that it's a bad thing. I love spending my weekends with her and stuff, but I have a lot of free time in the weekdays. It's like, make more money. Like, that way you could go do more new and exciting things with her and keep the passion alive and keep doing fun stuff and keep living your best life and do things that make you feel confident and motivated and successful. Don't miss time with your friends and family. And this is what I've always tried to tell you guys from somebody on the other side. Don't miss a goddamn thing, because life goes by fucking quick and you don't know when your last moment is. You know, I've lost a lot of people in my life in the past couple years, and some of them passed away during the time I was manifesting Lily, and I didn't even grieve them because I was so heartbroken and trying to figure out this whole manifesting thing. And you don't know when your last moment is or when other people's last moments are, so you have to enjoy life and live it while you can. And if the thing you want is not here at the moment, don't stop living your life. Novelty wears off when you realize that your self-concept is more important. I hate those generic manifestation content. Thank you, Brooke. Yeah, I tried not to be like the generic stuff, because you absolutely can manifest contact, but who are you being in the state when you return? Yeah, exactly. And then once you get back, then that's why, look at my channel, it was a testament. I've manifested her back so many times. It's like, because I would lose myself. It's like I forgot who I was. Like, I go back and I look at the videos in our breakups, or my camera roll. I'm out, I'm doing things, I'm having fun, I'm making a bunch of comedy videos, I'm doing the things that I'm passionate about, I'm in some of the best shape of my life in the breakup times, I'm on my diet, I'm saving money, things are good, like, because I'm focusing on elevation. And then what clicked later, in like the last times that we've been together now, was I can do all of this at the same time. Just enjoy having her with you and enjoy this relationship, but focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean that you don't give a fuck about the person or you don't have love for them, but it means that I equally choose me as much as I choose you. So yeah, I think that's a great question, Brooke. Thanks for bringing that up. That's very important for people to know, and they need to realize that, you know, there's more to life than just that relationship. Jobs, money, opportunities, fun, experiences. Like, life goes by quick. Love the people you're with while they're here with you. Enjoy the people you're with. Enjoy the experiences that you have, whether you have your specific person with you or not. Because when you look back on it, and like I've told you guys so many times, and I look back on all the times that I did spend like weeks and weeks, like, going out and doing things, but a lot of times I was physically there, but not mentally there. I'm still doing techniques while we're out at bars, while we're out at, I barely went to clubs, but like going out, like I'm not enjoying life because I'm thinking about her. It's like, turn it off, remove attention. Trust that by removing attention, it's going to bring you closer to that relationship. Removing attention is a surefire sign that your subconscious is impressed. You don't have to worry about nothing. But yeah, if you guys got any more questions too, we'll take some more questions. And I remind you guys again, if you want to sign up for Discord, we're going to be doing our lives on Wednesday nights now instead of Thursday nights because of the networking stuff that I wound up getting set up. Works better for the group that I'm hanging out with and working with on Thursdays for us. So I had to move you guys over to Wednesdays on there. How do you think you're different now, and how that's reflected in your relationship? Another really good question too. So how am I different now after all this stuff? I mean, like I said before, like I had thought about it. I'm like, well, if we ever came to the point of splitting up, where we weren't happy or anything like that, or just felt unfulfilled and we split up, I would always have love for her because the good and the bad have made me into the man I am now. And it's not just her, it's everything in my life. The asshole bosses I used to work for, the people who treated me like garbage, the friends who stabbed me in the back, the people who treated me bad. Like, I don't hate anybody because they all helped me into the man that have become the man that I am now. And I think now in my relationship and everything I've gone through, learning manifestation and, reading the Bible and stuff, and we're seeing the manifestation in there and reading all these esoteric books and just seeing how we're all one and everyone is you pushed out. And I feel now I can't hate anybody. I don't have anger. I get angry, but I don't hate anybody or not angry at anyone for a long period of time. I'll talk shit, I'll get worked up, but that's just human emotion, natural in the moment, but it's easier to forgive people. I find the good in everything. I see how everything's working out in my favor, so instead of like whenever an experience happens and I think something bad's happening, I stop myself and say, how is this working out in my favor? And then sure enough, every time I see it work out, exactly, forgive them, they know not what they do, one of my favorite quotes. And it's perfect for everyone as you pushed out. And it's like, yeah, a lot easier to forgive, a lot easier to love, more laid back, at peace all the time. You see opportunities instead of obstacles. You see the fun in life. And through all this, I got more into like one of the next things I'm doing is getting a hypnotherapy and past life regression certificate too. And I got interested in that stuff, and you start to, like, all the people I felt bad about losing in my life, you realize energy is neither created nor destroyed. People just change states when they pass away. They take off this costume and reveal that life is just a play. So everyone who I lost, it's like I don't fear death as much as I used to, or have that heaviness and fear that I lost somebody. It's just like you feel like through inner conversations, which is a manifesting technique, you realize it's the same thing to talk to your loved ones who have passed on. And so, I mean, overall, just every way, it's like made me a more level-headed person versus hyped up, geeked up, trying to lock in. There's all the geeked up and locked in, as the kids say. I was just in that I just know I'm in a place of trust now, trust and relaxation and happiness. And I'm more happy, even though I get angry about stuff from here and there. It's like you're able to calm yourself down a lot faster and stuff like that. Or if you're overwhelmed, it's like a lot of times people are like, oh, social media, you got to keep creating and keep doing that, otherwise people are going to lose interest in you. Nah, I don't believe that. It's like I get offline and people reach out to me, Nick, how are you? I'm good, I'll be back in a little bit. Or you think, oh, people don't want to, I've been offline for a couple weeks now and stuff like that. And I was, before I would have been like, oh, nobody's going to want to coach with me. Nobody's going to want to, they're going to forget who I am. I had people reach out to me in the time, hey, you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'll be back. Today's my first day back, and I already got a session booked for later on tonight. Like I said, if you guys want sessions and stuff, links are down below, or mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. But whatever, it's just like, I don't stress about money like I used to. It's like I know whatever I spend, I get back. Let me know when you get the regression. when you get it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. I mean, and you're in the Discord too, so you'll be one of the first to know. I mean, my goal is to get this personal training certificate and stuff because that was something from my past that I always wanted to do. I never did. But I've been set back a couple weeks. My goal was to be done at the end of September, but I'm going to push that back to the end of October, then November, December, get that hypnotherapy degree and regression. Getting secure in the news story was hard. Yeah, Brooke, there's a Discord. Most of the videos, you can find it on there. I'm going to try to remember. It usually takes me a couple days to remember to put it at the bottom of these lives, but you can check the previous lives and stuff like that. There's a Discord. When you click it, it will prompt you to, like, the first page you get on is like the free general welcome in, and then there's like Mystic Discussions Light, so that's like a free discussion area, and then the rest of it's like a page server for $7.50 a month. That's just kind of what helps me, helps give me some extra money from working on this. And then if you want to just buy a session, then you get it put into the Discord for free as well. So either way, but and if you have any problems logging in, and this is to anybody who's tried to get out of the Discord and had problems with it, I noticed some problems where people weren't able to join it. It should be good now. If not, just send me an email at mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. I'll figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, but we have a Discord, and getting secure in the new story. It took me a long time because what do you call it? When I was stuck. When I was stuck and I didn't really believe all this stuff, I realized it's like she's been in a relationship with you for 2.5 years, and like even recently, like a month or two ago, I was doing a lot of coaching. What's it called? I was doing a lot of coaching, and a lot of people's stories were reminding me of my own. So I was getting like caught up in that and like remembering it, getting angry and like, how did someone do this to me? And how could they do this to these other people? And I was holding on to it. And I was like starting to think all these negative thoughts stuff, and nothing had played out yet because my mind, I realized like, I'm like, oh, I'm so solidified in my story that things are good, but it led to fights though. It's like I kept picturing us having fights and stuff like that. Sure enough, it led to a fight where like, I was like, for a couple, like probably like a month or two, I was thinking I'm unhappy because I'm mad holding on to this old story. And even though she's having a good time and stuff, she's like, oh, I'm unhappy because she's feeling what I'm feeling. And everyone's feeling like, usually whatever anyone ever tells me about something, it's something that I felt first. I could check it every time. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, let's sit back and like, fuck it. Like, I realized like in that time where like, oh, we're ready to split up. It's like, nah, I don't want to lose you. And then it's like, she's like, I don't want to lose you either. And then like we wound up, we took a trip with her family. We had a great trip. Then I took her off for her birthday. We had a great trip. And then we're going out for a trip with my family in the end of October. So we, you know, I just kind of like, it's like I'm solidified at that point. When you realize like things are way different. This is a different person. Lately, I haven't seen any signs or birds before I land, and I haven't gotten any dreams about SP. That's been scaring me. You figured that out too. I can think about old relationship dynamics I've had with friends, and I can think about them, but it doesn't change my state because I'm so far removed. Yes, and that's the thing too. It's like you don't have to have dreams about the person either. You know, you could use the dreams as signs. You could use whatever. But there's times where there's no signs, and the other thing to remember is there's always movement going on. Like everything I visualized happening in the background, it was. And if you rewatch the old lives with me and her, like I'll tell you guys a story about something that happened, and she would say the same thing, and then I would tell myself I'm special and she can't forget me, and she would be like, she goes, and like I remember the one live when we were at the cabin, and she's like, I don't know, there was something special about him, and I actually saved that. I put that up. It was actually one of the most popular videos on the TikTok actually, where she's like, I didn't want to lose him, and everything I would say about like all that stuff, it turned out to be feelings that she had naturally. So I shifted into that reality where she was feeling that way, but I didn't see a lot of movement a lot of times, and I was making up signs where there was no signs. I would just tell myself there was just to feel good. It's just the first time there's been no signs, and then the lack of passion I felt coupled with that. So the affirmations were working. Yeah, the affirmations were working, the visualizations were working, all this stuff was working, but sometimes I didn't see nothing. And I was just like, I don't have to see it because there's always movement, whether you see it or not. And she has confirmed back, and people in her life have confirmed back that like everything I was thinking at those times, she was thinking. You know, I always tell the one story I kept thinking about when we went to the beach together, and I kept really focusing on that because that memory made me feel good, and that's where I came up with the 3 memory technique, where you, if you ever start spiraling, drop into 3 memories that get as vivid as you can. So instead of thinking about a spiral or something not working out, boom, you lock yourself into an old memory. You think about that, and I remember when her friend ran into me at the gym, she goes, you know, she's been talking about, what's it called? She's been talking about that time you guys went to the beach a lot and how much she misses you and all that stuff. And it's like, boom, okay, sure enough, that happened. Like her friend will, if I brought her friend on here, she could testify to that. And if I bring Lily here, she'll testify to it. You need that 50,000 to manifest. You need that 50,000. There you go. Not need, you already have. When you need something, it's always going to be a little bit out of your reach. I mean, well, here's another thing too. In the Discord, we do challenges in the Discord. I didn't know how I was gonna get fucking what do you call it? $1,000. It was something I always had like money limiting beliefs because of how I grew up. So I'm like, I don't know if I could do $1,000 in a month. I've had $1,000 manifest in a night though. So out of a thin air, out of an ATM where there was nobody near it, just fucking like bing, ding, 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 and then fucking money came out. Like there's nobody there. Like that happened in a night. And then I was like, I set myself 6 weeks to manifest $1,000. Within 2 weeks it came in, where I realized I'm like, I went to go check because I was stressing over some bills, and I go to check the one credit card, and I forgot that credit card had cash back. I actually thought that there was no cash back on it. I thought it was just a regular credit card, and it was like $745 or something like that. And then I had won some money gambling, and then I had booked a few sessions, and I was like, oh shit, that brought me to 1,000. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna do 2,000, and I don't have the exact number anymore, but maybe I'm 100 or 200 bucks off at this point. But it's supposed to end at the end of September, the challenge. But me and Lily won every slot machine we were on the other day. I booked a session. Actually, no, you know what? After the session today, I think I hit the 2,000 mark. So there was that, and then with their winnings of that money, I bought the Star Wars collectibles for $200, and it's worth, on a low end, $2,000 to $3,000, like for the amount of stuff I got for $200. I'm like, god damn, like I crushed it, and I always said I was going to get into the eBay selling stuff like that too. So I mean, the money's out there. It's just how you see things. What's the latest thing you've manifested in a night? Yeah, that was a fun one, and nobody really watched that video either. That's why I didn't really do too many money manifesting videos. I thought it was impressive, but a lot of people didn't watch. They always want to watch the SP videos. Yeah, exactly. They're dissolving, and Brooke, that was probably my most recent manifestation too, because like I said, I collect the Star Wars figures, and but very specific ones. I collect the 3.75-inch Star Wars figures, and they're clone troopers, not stormtroopers, not any other characters, just clone troopers. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh, you know what? I like to decorate the house. Like, I had this one like thought, or I'm like, you know what? I want the. Oh, hold on, battery's dying. I'm like, I want to, you know, decorate the house with clone troopers and Star Wars stuff and nerdy posters and everything. I'm like, I would love to put some floating shelves with some clones, you know. I don't care if they get dirty or dusty because I got them here, and then I wouldn't mind selling a few and getting into, my buddy does eBay, like, I know that market, I could sell it. I'm like, wouldn't it be wonderful if I had like a huge lot? And I kept going back to it here and there. It was nothing, I didn't care if I had it, I didn't need them. I have a big collection already. And I'm like, all I have to do is just go pick them up and from where I have them stored and bring them over to the house. And Lily's always been telling me, she's like, oh, get your collectibles, put them up, like, get a little, she calls it a chinero in Spanish. It's like a, I don't know, what do Mexican people call them? Chineros. What do white people call them? Collectible shelves or whatever? I don't know. But she's like, oh, get the big glass cabinet, and she would always send me stuff, get this, put your figures in it, stuff like that. And that was always a limiting belief too. I'm like, oh, she's gonna think I'm a fucking nerd collecting Star Wars figures. She loves that I collect it, like. And I showed her my thing I just hauled in the other day. She's like, oh wow, well, look, that's pretty cool. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I was showing her what it's worth. I'm like, man, I could make good money with this. And that haul, like, unthinkable. A lot of people messaged the lady, and she didn't know what she had. And I'm like, I gave her extra money for it too. Like, she didn't think that. I said I'll give her $50 for another box, and she's like, she goes, oh, it's kind of, you know, could you do more? Instead of offering 85, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do another 100, because I mean, for someone who doesn't know what they have, it's like somebody else would have took her for it and been like, I'll give you 125 or whatever for all this, and knowing it's worth a lot more. And she waited and held it out for me. But for me, out of all the people that messaged her, even one of my friends messaged her for those figures, and I got them. So that was my most recent one. And funny enough, I do know another one is coming, because the one particular clone trooper I visualized, only his helmet was in this lot that I got. It's a blue a blue 501st trooper with the dirty sandy boots. Like, that was the one I wanted. And only his helmet came in that lot, so I know there's another lot coming. So instead of thinking, oh, I didn't get it, I think, oh, that means another lot is coming, and I'm excited. I'm building an excitement versus a fear of not having it. We need more money manifestation videos. Yeah, I mean, I'll start doing them again. Maybe even repeat the ones I've already done. Birds before land. Yeah, it's a bird before land that I'll get another one. And yeah, so I'm gonna learn how to do. It's gonna get me back into toy photography. I used to do toy photography for a while too, and I thought that would be pretty cool. Get my Instagram page back up running for that. And yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool. And it's like, hey, that, and then people a lot of times buy your figures from you in the groups like that. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. But that's my most recent one. You know, it's funny, I started dating in the meantime, and the whole SP thing, and the person had the same name and middle name as my SP. See, that's funny. Yeah, a lot of times, whatever you, like, a lot of times, even if you're not specific about it too, like, I've listed out specific people that I had dated in between and our breakups. You know, I wouldn't really call it dating. I'd say I'd seen them, because I always made it clear that I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just, you know, fucking around, somebody I'm still in love with, blah, blah, blah. But the people I had scripted were exactly like the aspects of her that I would write down that I wanted to see again. And each time I was underlying trying to manifest her. But I mean, I did wind up with her, and she would like change and be like she always talks about too. She's like, I've changed so much since you've met me, and this and that. And it's like, and for the better. And it's like, yes, she really has. And it's like, you know, and the pathway she found through that was through Christianity and like becoming more religious and stuff like that. And it's a good, wholesome way. And it was like, it was on her own. It wasn't something like, you know, whatever you visualize, you can't ask for the how. Like, maybe she could have found it through a different way. Maybe she would have found a different religion. Maybe she would have found whatever. Like, the point is, like, she treats me better now. And it's like, and it came through her finding religion and stuff like that. And it came through, she wanted to have this relationship. And she saw through God that, like, I was a godly man for her. So, and I thought she wouldn't understand manifesting from that, but when I showed her the Bible and I showed her manifesting books and I showed her how they go together, and she's like, oh, I see. And then she has applied the manifesting methods, and her son applied the manifesting methods and had success. And my friends and my family, they've applied it and had success. So it's like, I know the stuff is real, and it is crazy. Think about it. So I consider it birds before land. Yeah, and you do. You label it as birds before land. But with that, guys, we're almost at an hour now. And thank you, Brooke, for the questions and helping drive the chat. Thank you, everyone who's come in here. Like I said, if you want coaching, you can send me an email at mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. You could go to the Calendly link in any of the bios of the videos. If you want to join the Discord, you could sign up for that. That will be a link down in the videos. Or send me an email again, and I'll send you the link to it. Flex_Lassiter on Instagram if you guys want to send me a DM about getting coaching or about getting into the Discord, or keep up with me on my day-to-day life. I try to post on there regularly. I do DM coaching now too. That's relatively new, past couple months. I haven't done it for a long time, but it's popular with a lot of people now, and it's easier for me, you know. Send me 5 messages, I'll send you 5 messages back. It's $25, it's cheaper. A lot of times you could get all the stuff answered that way versus doing a whole hour-long session. But if you want the session, we do that too. We come up with a game plan for what you're going to do and everything. I think that's all the plugs I really got. But if you guys need me, you know where to find me. I'm around. I love you guys very much. I will be back next Monday. Wednesday will be the Wednesday's a new Thursday night Discord live. One of these days, I mean, I've been playing around with the streaming stuff here and there. I don't really do it all the time, but playing some video games over on PS5. Yeah, that's about it. So, love you guys very much. We'll see you next Monday. and send me video requests if you want to see some videos. All right, see you guys.